Hi, fellow creatives, professionals, and workers alike. I want to talk about something really close to my heart, which is freelancing. Now, this might be an allergic word for some people because freelancers have to do something called filling their pipeline. And this is relentless and requires someone to be a self-starter, highly efficient, and obviously a relationship networker. So the reason why I want to talk about this is because if you're just coming out of college or you're looking for work or you've just been laid off, you are waking up to a completely different world than a few months ago. AI is coming after our jobs. I don't believe this. I believe that AI is going to push people to upskill and become no-code engineers almost. But that's not what I want to talk about. I want to talk about all of us that are freelancers, that are currently freelancers now, that have some really good months and maybe some really bad months. I'm a freelancer during college, and it was a great way for me to travel and really feel my freedom. I was working on project basis, which means I had deliverables to give to each client. I still work that way nearly 10 years later. But I want to acknowledge an avalanche of layoffs that are affecting people, especially here on my feed.
You were recently laid off by your company.
Yes,
What are your thoughts at this point?
I'm feeling very bad. I'm feeling very bad for the HR. Poor folks, they had to go from where? Diversity and inclusion to adversity and expulsion in a snap.
If you've been laid off, here is some footage of me being laid off. And I want to let you know it does get better. But we are living in a different world, and that's what I want to talk about today. There is a harsh reality that demands our attention. If you're on project-based or gig-based work, you often aren't met with an equity bonus, as most long-term employers give. So here is the question. Should your freelance creative work be priced on an equity basis? Should these big companies even be policing themselves or regulating them? Influencer marketing, for example. If you're a creator, you are commissioned to create a video piece and post it to your profile where your followers can see it. The pricing for this has been blurry for a long time. However, I believe it should be priced the same way as freelance creatives are usually priced. But upon looking at this, it is very clear to see with the data given that there are some influencers who simply aren't given their share, especially if they create an avalanche of sales. Something like an affiliate program definitely gives you the data that you need to know which posts are performing. But I've rarely seen cases where influencers are paid out on the performance of their video as well as being commissioned for the video itself. A company like this, what would it take to bake that into your finances? I'm here to start this conversation, and I want to explore the complex relationship between creativity and compensation. Whether they are writers, actors, artists, find themselves caught in a precarious position where their work is duplicated, borrowed, edited, streamed, and sold relentlessly, but rarely see any financial residual from any of these sales. The case of writers is particularly interesting because the unions found collectively an intentional systematic removal of a residual term for payments. You can see here that some people were being paid quite a lot of residuals, which eventually just get cut off. Streaming and technology, it's really easy to see which shows are popular and which shows are driving sales. Should everyone involved in that production be given equity in this project? If you are a creative and you want to fight for residuals, don't believe that you need a big shot lawyer or someone to fight for you. You should bring it up in brand conversations. You should include it in your contracts, and always include a hard clause for the duration of time that any person can use your content. In this media world, they say content is king. But if you're the one creating it, it does not feel that way. So I hope that we can all work together for a better future, including AI. We don't need to fight against it, but we do need change.